Hey gang, just wanted to do a quick video to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and say thanks so much for all the support, and hopefully this is just the beginning. I think now I've got most kind of core stuff I want to get into the Patreon site, and now I can start focusing a little bit more on conceptual things. Although I still have quite a bit of more core things I want to get into. We're going to talk about playing through 1-4-5s in minor. That's coming up. I've already started working on those videos. And also I want to start getting into some other ways of looking at chords as opposed to just the cage system. Get into some of the drop voicing and how to use that stuff. So I want to get into that, really help your rhythm guitar playing. But today I thought I was just warming up over this little simple little groovy track. And I thought, well, maybe I'll just do a quick video to say Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, and also maybe just kind of bake in a quick little lesson and just give you some ideas of what you might be able to do over this little backing track. And I will put the link in the description for this particular track. All it is it's just E major 7 up to the 2 chord, which is F sharp minor 7. So, of course, you're really just in the key of E here, so, you could just play diatonically, E major scale, E major pentatonics, even some E major blues. That sounds good. Some ways that I would kind of approach that to make it sound a little jazzy, because it is kind of a smooth jazz type track, is, to try to put some little half-step neighboring tones around some of the shapes that you're playing. So, for example, I might take a scale, maybe it's triads. For in the key of E, we've got these triads: E major, F sharp minor, all the diatonic triads, G sharp minor, A, B, right, C sharp minor, and then D sharp diminished. And we can put little half steps around those. So or we can do it from the top. Just little stuff like that, trying to create some interest with those so they're not so diatonic-y that they sound a little bit more interesting. Let me just play a little bit doing some of that stuff. So really, I'm not really thinking about the scale as much. I'm thinking about what the chords are in the key and how I can just play some of those little triad shapes and add some of those little half-step neighboring tones. This is a really easy way to sound jazzy, right? By the way, I thought I would just do this real quick on my phone. So, part of the aspect of this channel is putting videos together is the production of them. And I thought, well, maybe it might be cool to do some videos just on my phone, just to be able to do them quickly. You get to hear in the room. Another thing is, too, is, when I do have the headphones on and I'm going through all the system here, there is always a little bit of latency. And I don't feel like I play up to my best abilities because I'm kind of always skirting around that latency. So I thought I'd just try this. Guys, let me know how it sounds, all right? Okay, so some other fun things that you can do, and I'm just going to put this in the context of what tier you might be in, is, you can mix a little bit of minor blues in there. Sometimes it's fun to throw a little minor blues as kind of a little bit of a tension. So, like just at the tail end of that F sharp minor chord, before it goes back to the E, I can play some E minor blues over it, and it actually sounds real kind of gospel-y and soulful. Let's try a little bit of that. So just mixing in a little bit of that E minor blues kind of gives it some tension So you want to kind of resolve it back into the E major. So I'm going to look for tones like the major third of that E, kind of bring it back into that major sound. Even the major 7's a nice one, because if you're playing a minor blues, you're playing a flat 7. There's that major third, makes it come back in really nicely. So that's one concept you can do, and you know, you don't really have to think too much. You can just kind of go from E major. You could even play kind of an E major blues, right? And then just move that up a minor third, and then resolve it back into the major. So that sounds pretty hip, and has a little bit of a more of a gospel-y kind of vibe to it. And I find sometimes when you're just playing diatonic chord progressions, it can sound a little stiff or a little sterile. So you want to try to find little things that you can do to spice it up a little bit. Now, for somebody that might be already hip to that and might want to go, okay, well, what else could I do? Another thing that you can do is add in a kind of a 5 chord, because let's say you're doing this and then you're going here. Well, this is the 2, and then you could put the 5 chord in there, right? But the 5 chord is not in our jam track, but we could put it in there. And one way that I would do that, I think sounds really nice, especially when you don't want to get too far outside of the sound. You could play like an altered scale or something, but that's going to be a little, maybe a little much. So I like to just play diminished. So, you know, that kind of sound, you know. So you could add that in there. So if you're playing your E, so right there I played the F sharp, and then there's my kind of B7 flat 9. You can just turn your F sharp minor into F sharp diminished. You could think of it like that. Let's try that. Are after me. So that's kind of a nice sound, and you can do that over a 1 chord vamp too. But you're thinking of that 2 chord, you can think maybe it's going 2/5, right? So B7 flat 9. That would be a fun thing to do. Another fun thing to do is to imply this mode called Mixolydian flat 6. That'd be E Mixolydian flat 6. Now E Mixolydian flat 6 is really A melodic minor. And that's kind of like if you've ever heard that Subway commercial, $5 footlong, right? $5 footlong, right? It's a really nice way. Now, instead of just going full minor and resolving it, this kind of gives you a dominant sound, but it also has a flat 6. But it retains the major third of the E. So this is a really nice sound. So I might play that maybe transitioning back to the E chord on the F sharp minor. Let's try it. Now, if you're following along with any of those minor major 7 arpeggios, you could play an A minor major 7 over the top of it. And the major 7 of the A is the major 3rd of the E, so it's a good place to resolve it. So check that out. So it really kind of brings you back into that E major. So those are just some clever things. So you've got, just when you're playing diatonically, try to find some neighbor notes around maybe some of the triads and stuff, just so you're not so diatonically in the scale. Another thing is you could play a little bit of minor, right? A little bit of minor kind of going back into the major chord. And another fun one is that whole Mixolydian flat 6, which is really playing melodic minor from the 4th of the chord. So if you're playing in the key of E, the 4th of E is A, so A melodic minor would be E Mixolydian flat 6. Sorry, I get a little distracted by all this noise outside. Anyway, thanks again, gang. I got some more stuff coming, and I'm going to be trying new things too this year. Like maybe a little bit more of this, so I can just set up real quick and do a video, and then just go ahead and post it real quick and give you guys all the details. So, of course, your feedback is always welcome. So let me know what you think of this. And again, Happy New Year and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I'll see you soon.